Okay guys, you're joining me outside today. In this video, I'm going to fix the leg of this chair, and I'm also going to wash it because it's gone a bit mouldy. And can you see where it's been stripped a bit around here? That is from the wasps and other insects literally taking off the cane and using it in their nests. Oh, I don't want that in the house, thank you. Can we leave it? Can we leave it? Good girl. Sorry. So I'm now going to hoover it because I'm lazy and I can't be bothered to find a brush. I'm going to hoover it. I'm going to wash it with like soapy water, like fairy dishwash stuff. And then I'm hoping it pretty much gets the mould off. I'm going to leave it out here to dry because it's absolutely boiling today. And then I'm going to cover it in yacht varnish. Apparently that's the way to seal wicker furniture. Now I've got a tin of it somewhere. Bear with me, it is not there. Where did I put it? I will find it and I'll show you what the product is, because apparently that's the way to seal wicker furniture. No babe, we can't play with sticks in the house, it's dirty. You dirty little gremlin. Right, let's see if I can throw this over the fence. I used the wrong hand. Damn it. Damn. No. There she goes. I'm going to play it anyway. Leave it, darling. Yeah, so I'm going to hoover it and then I'm going to wash it and I'll take you along with the journey. If any of you have got wicker and you didn't know that, I didn't know that, and the chairs have basically been wrecked. They're also going to have to come inside for the winter because they will get eaten, they'll get mouldy, they'll get ruined. So again, something to bear in mind if you're going to buy wicker. These ones need doing as well. And I'm just going to use fairy liquid and this brush and just see if it helps, really. I don't really want to use any like harsh chemicals, especially because I'm going to wash it onto the lawn. So, and you know, wildlife and the dog and everything. So hopefully this works. If anyone does know any more about like wicker furniture, then please let me know in the comments. I'm yet to educate myself about it. To be honest, I didn't think about it when I brought the chairs. You know, how to look after them. I just didn't think about it, to be honest. So yeah, any help? These are really lovely seats, and with the cushion on, I'm hoping that it doesn't look so bad once I've varnished them and obviously put the cushions on. Guys, I've just looked it up. Excuse the mess. I'm not going to go out there again, but I've just looked it up and I can paint the chairs. So I've just, that one on the right hand side's come up okay actually. Most of the mould has come off. I actually used the pink stuff on it. Who knew pink stuff would do that as well? But the left one is really quite damaged. I'm going to paint them. I'm going to look into it and I'll touch base with you when I've sort of made some progress on that. And okay, an update for you on the wicker chairs. It's a different day. You know me, I like to flip between days. Ignore car parts in the garden. You didn't see that. They've had a good wash, okay, and they're not too bad. Bear with me, sorry about this. They're not too bad. In fact, this one's come up quite well. This one not so good. But because they're quite damaged, I've decided that I'm going to paint them. I found online the paint for them. It's a primer and then like an off-white paint colour and then a finishing product. And I've decided to paint them because I think that will make them last a lot longer and I won't continuously have this problem. You're so cute. Distracting me. So yeah, so for now I'm going to flip you over and I'm just going to do a little fix on here. Sorry, so excuse the bad filming. I'll need to get my tripod, but this leg is unraveled or broken, so I've got some wood glue. Here's the wood glue and I've got some tape and I'm literally just going to wood glue it back together because that's what it said online. So give it a good glue back together. Hopefully it'll cover the whole part and we're not missing any. And then we'll tape it together until it's dry. Okay, I forgot my tripod, so I'm sorry I didn't film any of that. I've got sticky fingers with glue on. Probably should have worn gloves, but you know what it's like when you're in a rush to do something. I've just popped the tape on to secure it in place while the glue dries, and I'm just going to leave it like that and leave it to dry. These ones are looking a bit mucky as well, but I think once we start cleaning it up to paint it, that will be fine. I mean, this leg was a bit more worn than the rest, so it's not going to look like that, but it's better than what it was. Hey guys, my lovely husband went to pick up some paint for me. It's very kind of him, so I can crack on with my little project. And I got myself a paintbrush so I can get into the cane, into the wicker easier. So I've got some wood primer undercoat, which is for softwood and hardwood, and it's in white. And then I've got the top colour, which is antique white in a chalky finish Rust-Oleum, and I'm also going to pop over it some white wax, and I'll show you that separately. So we're going to crack on with the primer and hope that it works. I can tell what you're already thinking. Why am I painting them by hand? And why don't I have a spray gun? It's not actually taken as long as I thought. And bearing in mind this is a primer coat. So question is though, if I'm going to be doing all of the front of it, do I go underneath? Oh no, no way. No, I think I've answered my own question. I'm just going to go the visible part, not underneath. Can you imagine if I decide that I don't like them painted? I know some of you are probably thinking, what do you do if that happens? But there's no going back, to be honest. Here is an update for you. See, I'm thinking it's looking good. I think that's looking good. Now, bearing in mind that's one layer of primer, guys. That's not actually the real paint colour. And it's not on as thick. I think that looks really good. I think I'm going to love them in this colour. And you know what? It means that they've been saved from waste. Here's my... Yeah, that wood glue has done a lovely job. You can see it's not as tight as that one because I didn't have enough left. It had obviously been pulled off or cut off or whatever, but it's done the job. And I think where the mould is obviously not going to come off, I've managed to rescue the chairs by painting them. So they're a gorgeous shape though. This is what I loved about them. Really nice shape to them. I'll just try and show you from the side. They're really, really nice shape. You see that? And then if you imagine the blue cushion on them, I'm telling you like you already know, but I've got some lovely garden textiles for out here. So I've got some nice cushions and stuff. They're going to look so much better. So look at that. Dirty, grubby, eaten by the insects. Now they're protected. They're not going to get eaten. and they're going to look fabulous. And now I've committed, there's no going back anyway. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. I hope you guys bear with it. Hold on, okay? And it'll be worth it. Worth watching the video. It's evening, so it's not actually cooled down. It's actually hotter than if I was doing it in like midday. Obviously I've got work, so I've come out here straight after work and I've done this. It's not taken as long as I thought. It's a gorgeous afternoon though, so I mean it's going to dry so quickly. I'm going to have a break and then I'm actually just going to crack on with the other chair. And I'm going to do this tomorrow as well. So I'm actually hoping to get them finished by tomorrow night. Maybe Saturday. It's Thursday today. Good morning, guys. It's the next day. It's Friday today. I've come back from the gym and I'm just about to take Elsa for her walk this morning. But look how good this looks. Oh, I'm really chuffed with that. I'm going to get a small paintbrush and just try and get in the niggly little bits, but it doesn't really matter if I don't, because at the end of the day it is made out of wicker. Look how much more elevated that looks. I am so chuffed with that. I'm just going to pop it on some card or something onto the pavement and obviously do the feet properly. But so that's been fully primered and it's had the top coat on it for the colour that's going to be finishing it, which you can tell it's just slightly off-white. I don't know if that's coming across on camera. It's actually not quite dry, probably because it was damp in the night, but they'll be popped in the sun today, and then I can start priming and painting this one. But I'm well happy with that. So yeah, next clip hopefully you'll see me finish this one, and then once they're finished I'll style them up, and possibly going to stain these ones today. They need a varnish on them, and the table legs of this dinner table I plan on doing the same colour. So yeah, might get a chance to do that tonight. This is the primer that I've used. So this is cheaper than buying the top coat, the colour that you're going to choose to put the seats in. I suggest you do put a top coat on because the primer has a see-through aspect to it, so you're going to want a top coat. So I think this is £20 for this tin. There's obviously quite a lot of paint in there. It's a 2.5 litre can, so I'd go for that size. You're going to probably use it on other furniture and different things once you've realised that you like this. You know, you can always mix it up and reuse it later on. I mean, paint lasts quite a while, doesn't it? So I'm putting a really thick coat of this on and also wiggling it into like the gaps as much as I can. And then the top coat, I'm just applying a thinner layer because it is more watery as well. Don't know if you can tell in this light that the top layer is sort of like a slight cream tone to it. You might not be able to see in this light, unfortunately, but this one is going really well. I also picked up a really small paintbrush. I haven't got it with me, and I've been sort of wiggling it in the little gaps. There's only so much I can fill in because it's obviously wound really tight. It's woven tight together, so you can't always get in these gaps, and if you do, you can paint them, but there's still going to be obviously a shadow there. So I'm not too worried about that. I think it looks really good anyway. So I'm going to see how I get on with the fronts, because I've already used half a can of the Rust-Oleum paint just doing this part. So I mainly want to stick to the front. I'm going to leave that guy to dry completely, and I'm going to prime this one. And once this one's primed and dried, I'll then use the Rust-Oleum on it and see how much it uses up. if I have to, I'll have to get another can of it, but because I want to do a good job. I don't want to sort of like do half a job and then like next year realise that like I didn't paint them enough. So I want to invest in like getting them right first time rather than having to do them every year over and over again. But I've kind of gone for a theme. So this creamy colour here on the dog hut is that kind of colour. So I'm going to do the chairs like that. I've got an umbrella that goes with that as well. And then I'm going to do the chair legs of this table and leave the top wood and re-wax it. And then you're going to have like this, they're going to stay wicker, and they just need to be treated with the yacht varnish. So I'll try and do those over this weekend as well. Try and do the feet, these two chairs, and then I've kind of had a total revamp of like our garden furniture, and then it's ready to put away and keep nice and dry and safe until next summer, and I can just actually use it all and it would look nice out here. So no car parts out here either. Okay guys, it's now finishing time. I think it's 5 or 6 o'clock, and I don't think I'm going to do any more tonight. I'm actually just going to hit this hard tomorrow. So feet are done on that one, and I'm just going to leave it as that. And then I've just started that one earlier, but if I get any more done tonight, then I do. But if I don't, then it doesn't matter. So you're down tonight, and then I'm going to pick you up in the morning or whenever tomorrow. So sorry, it's like clipped into like different sections, and obviously you're seeing me on different days, but hopefully it runs smoothly, and tomorrow I can finish them and then I can style them and you can see what they look like finished and used. Have a great evening. I'm going to chill out now because I'm tired, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. It's Saturday for me. You'll be watching this tomorrow. And the temperature has dropped, and I'm happy about it. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, but I'm happy about that. This chair is looking fabulous. I used the top coat, the vintage white on the sides last night when it was quite late, when it had cooled down, and I've done the front of the feet. I'm gonna just basically, sorry about the wind, I'm going to get this primed, and then I'm gonna get the vintage white coat on it and see how much paint I've got left. I'm thinking I finished them for now, but I might have to get another can next year when I bring them out to use them, and just get the back of them painted the vintage white. I'm actually feeling it spit a little bit, so I think I'm just going to move these inside in case it's now going to rain. I can feel it spit, so I'm just going to bring these in case it's now going to rain. Uh-oh. Another Saturday, another sourdough. This guy is humongous. And I must have, when I left it in the fridge yesterday, the cloth had accidentally slipped off. So it's got like a layer on, but I'm not going to worry about that. I actually invested and got myself a proper bread knife cutting tool, so I can actually score the top of it once I put it into the dish. Now, a little tip, guys, because I didn't realise this would make much difference. Last time I put it in, the Dutch oven, which is your casserole dish or your actual bread dish, hadn't been in there for very long, and although I thought it was absolutely piping hot, it wasn't hot enough because I had some raw patches when I cut open the bread. So do what it says, leave your Dutch oven in there for an hour to get extremely hot, and then when you put it in, you know you're not going to fail with any raw patches, which is so sad when you've spent all that time on your bread. Time to go for our morning walk. Give you a little update on the plants I mentioned in a couple of videos before, or the last video, I can't quite remember. So come here, Elsa. Needs de-weeding again, as you can see, and I need to get a massive bag of bark chippings, but oh my god, look at this. Oh, look how pink it's gone. Oh wow. Oh my gosh, they're just the most beautiful thing in the world. Look at those. I mean, look at the size of that head on this one. It's absolutely humongous, isn't it? I mean, oh my god, I just want to eat them. So pretty. This hydrangea was in a pot, and it's picked up so much better than it was. Singing nettles have literally just popped up within a couple of days. It's been really, really hot here in the UK. Pretty much 30 for 4 or 5 days in a row. These guys, I'd love to get some more of these. They're just so pretty, and the butterflies love them so much. At the bottom of our driveway, we've got a massive load of foliage growth and stuff like that on the farm, and I usually get all my black currants. I always get this wrong. I always call them blackberries instead of calling them black currants, but oh look, they've popped up. Oh, that's great. Oh, some of those are ready for picking already. Elsa actually comes with me, and they're okay. You can eat like a couple. She actually, when I go out and pick, she literally pulls them off the bottom and eats them. She's so sweet. And then around the corner there's a lot more, so I will get picking. And it's a very different day today with the weather. Elsa, can you sit? Good girl. Sit. If you don't know what cars are there. Good girl. Oh, well, here we go then. Let's go for our morning walk, Elsa. Hopefully it will, the sun will come out maybe for everybody. Unless you like this weather, like me. This could be my best one yet. Listen to this. Wow. How pretty does that look? The scoring with the new blade really worked. I've been walked and fed, and I'm now doing the little intricate parts that the big brush just can't get into, that are like really important pieces to make sure I prime. Just takes a few minutes, but it's all worth it, because you'll, hopefully never have to do this again, really. And I just think, oh my god, that looks so fiddly and like time consuming, but it's worth it when you've got like, just can't get the bigger brush in there. So much easier to just dollop it in, swoosh it around, give it that extra coat, and it will last a lot longer than not doing so. And if you find painting and stuff like that therapeutic, then great, because this is going to fulfill that enjoyment 100%. If you hate painting things, then I suggest you get someone else to do it, or you get a paint gun. That would have been obviously a lot easier, but, not everyone has the option to do that. And I prefer like a paint booth, so that I'm not actually spraying it into just the air and stuff. It's obviously quite toxic anyway, isn't it? I'm not too sure how easy this would go in a paint gun. It's quite thick, to be honest. I know sometimes you have to water them down if you put them in a paint gun. So yeah, let me know if any of you have done that before. Obviously you can do that on like normal wooden furniture. A lot of the time people do, and painting your walls and stuff like that, but I'm not sure I've seen anyone use a paint gun on Wicker. So I'm going to do the finishing coat soon, because this is fairly dry. This is drying, sorry, really quickly. So hopefully these will be done soon. Once again, it's a few hours later and I'm finished. Yep, I'm gonna say I'm finished because I've got a tiny little dribble of paint left, and I'm probably just gonna do some touch-ups once I realise if I've missed anything. So they're looking really good. Painted in the little gaps as best as I can, but it's hard work. I think they look really good though. Yeah, I'm really happy with those. Once I've got the cushions on and the area styled, I think they're going to look really good. So I will let them dry and prep the area and tidy away, and yeah, show you what they look like being used later on. Here's the big reveal. Ta-da! I think they look so good. Now, I'm not going to lie, they're not really finished because I think they need another coat of the finish colour. The vintage white that I like them in. But I've used a whole tin and it's pretty much done all the way around the chairs. So I'm happy with that. Definitely could do with another coat on the back, but in the meantime, I think they look fabulous, and I've got my new cushions I can finally use. I think this one's a bit beachy, so I've just turned it around and used it for, like, you know, sort of side cushion. But yeah, what a good match these are. So I got these from John Lewis and I got these from Sainsbury's, and that from Sainsbury's as well, and they're for this seat. But in the meantime, I'm going to use them over here. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with those. So that's the end of today's video, and we'll just go and test out the chairs to see if they're as comfortable as I think they're going to be. Very nice, yes. I feel very sorry for my poor fig tree that's got about one little fig. It needs to go in the ground, but we don't know where to put it yet. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you've made it all the way to the end, leave me a comment saying sunflowers and I'll know you made it. Yeah, thanks so much for watching. I've got lots planned on the channel coming up, so stay tuned. Posts will be probably sort of giving you an indication on TikTok, and I'll try and keep up with the shorts on YouTube as well. But hammocks up as well, chairs are in, and I'm going to continue to tidy the kitchen, continue to tidy the garden, and show you the little bits and bobs that I get done. I've still got the dinner table legs to paint, and the other chairs, the rattan sort of wicker chairs, to cover in the varnish. So I might be able to get that done soon and share that with you. Yeah, I hope you have a great weekend. Hope you have a great week, and I'll catch you next Sunday. Bye.